everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Ken Breeze, Burling's Beard, and you have found the Secrets of Hammerfast D&D live stream. Welcome. We are playing D&D 5th edition here, and this is our 16th episode. How about that? That's pretty cool. I think we're pretty happy about that. I'm pretty sure this is our 16th episode, or is this our 17th episode? Who knows? One of those two. At any rate, we've been going for a little while. I have been running this amazing game that is set in the Nentir Vale. You might remember it from 4th edition. And we have been traveling around the environs of Hammerfast, an ancient dwarven city. Our latest adventure has taken us to Id Othramel, a elven castle that has sunken beneath a glittering lake, as you can see on our beautiful image right now. The Glimmer Lake is depicted. Our heroes went into the Glimmer Lake and had a vast amount of adventures, danger, treasure, surprises, heartbreak, tears, laughter. But it's all come to this, where our heroes have returned to the castle. But before we get into all of that, let's meet our heroes. We have Kelsey playing Callie. Welcome back, Kelsey. Great to have you once again.
Thank you.
What can you tell us about Callie? Oh, you're welcome.
It's fun to be here. Yes, it is. Well, I'm playing Callie. She's a halfling rogue, level 6 now. We leveled up. Heck yeah. I got a heart piece. No. Callie she grew up in the streets of Orphantown. Her parents were adventurers.
Born and raised.
Exactly. It says it on her cloak. No, I don't know. But she has learned the hard life. She kind of lived in the streets for a while, picked up some streetly knowledge. She throws playing cards as her main weapon and uses a dagger. And she has acquired a teacup pig as her friend and now familiar.
That's right.
Rimpleton.
So amazing. Rimpy is always with us in spirit, everyone. Hashtag Rimple.
I mean, he's also always with us physically. Like, he didn't die or anything.
He hasn't died yet. There were some close calls. But
I meant digitally in spirit with us, you know?
Oh, with us, not with the
magic of the interwebs.
He's with
us.
Yes. Exactly. Anyways, in addition, we have Anthony back. Hi, how are you, Anthony?
Howdy.
What can you tell us about your character, Alaron?
Alaron is a bronze-skinned half-elf who was raised in a monastery in both the martial and scholastic arts. He is of average build, but he's very lean. He carries a bronze shield with a unicorn destroying a legion of arrows. He's wearing a chrome helmet which shimmers like a mirror, almost as polished as a mirror, that covers most of his face except for his mouth. He's wearing chainmail, and he carries a rapier. And he's currently with Callie underwater.
That's right. Adventuring underwater with another awesome adventurer. We have Thomas joining us again. Thanks for coming back, Thomas. Good to have you on the show.
Good to be on the show.
And what can you tell us about Elio?
Elio the Illuminated is a Genasi fire cleric who worships the sun. He comes from a number of places, but most recently he comes from the Feywild in the Summer Court, and he has traveled to bring the light to this sunken city and to liberate its castleness for himself and the court, and to bring light and knowledge to these poor fish folk from their deceptive would-be rulers.
That's right. A great segue into talking about what's been going on underneath the Glimmer Lake. Our heroes have run into trout folk who at one point had taken over the castle thanks to the Trout Queen, their ruler, but she was deposed by the heroes. And since then, they have been liberating different parts of the castle, commonly known as Sparkly Town Delight Castle in the above ground world. Also, they've been looking for a power source that will allow them to have the castle raise above the waters once again, to rise above and to bring them and everyone in the castle back to the above ground world. However, to activate that power source, which they have found, they need a particular incantation. And to get that incantation, they have made a deal with a dragon turtle to be specific. And what was that dragon turtle's name, Callie? Do you remember, Kelsey?
It was unpronounceable to Callie.
Unpronounceable. Cloudy Schildkröte was
Proud
the
Yeah.
shield.
It's
Check out last episode to get your fill of the Clougie. It's good times.
the
But
cloud.
our the Cloug, our heroes returned back to Id Othramel, the underwater castle, and they have been able to rest and recuperate, getting ready to fulfill their deal with Clougie Schildkröte. And that deal revolved specifically around finding out information to an enemy that the dragon turtle was aware of, an energy that was in the natural caves beneath the castle itself. And so our heroes have been preparing to go into these natural caverns. Elio has actually been there at one point and was battling a number of trout folk on his way to the courtyards of the castle. And additionally, you guys have been able to sort of piece together that when the Trout Queen was defeated, all of her followers descended into these natural caverns below the castle. There may be some other things going on down there. You guys are unsure, but that is definitely sort of where you know that you're going to be headed here pretty soon. Currently, the three of you are in the central tower of the keep. If you'll remember, the keep has a dome on top of it that is covered in muck and lakeweed, but protects the inner parts of it from the water outside. So you're breathing air, magically created air here in this Fey castle. And so you guys have been able to have a rest. You are with your sort of companions, or they're nearby at least. Glitterdark, they have taken to working on the magical energy source, the sort of breath of the dragon turtle that you were able to find that had been collected and sealed within a statuette. And it's sort of, you guys are sort of waking up. Elio, what is your sort of morning ritual? Like, how do you ready for the day?
Well, how you think Leo would get ready for the day by greeting the sun.
That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect
He
sense.
is up. He's always up to see the dawn. Down here, of course, it's very difficult to tell, but he will find any place that there is a slight opening in the muck that allows maybe a few bright rays to shine down, and he will worship and pray for power and guidance to shine the revelatory light of the truth down here, and maybe also protect himself and his friends from dying. That would be good, because the fish folk are plentiful and mean.
Yeah, and that's definitely sort of and when you're in communion with your deity, it's interesting that you haven't seen the sun full bore yet. You're still yearning to sort of get there in the above ground world, but you definitely feel the connection, and the sense that you're getting is one of empowerment. Because your deity knows that you are going to a dark place where light does not shine. In fact, it was only your light that shined the way when you went through it before. It's changed probably a lot since then. Um, uh, you definitely feel strengthened by your deity's presence. Um, Alaron, how do you usually sort of start the day, as it were, or what are your sort of habits or rituals, I guess?
Alaron usually starts the day meditating and exercising briefly, and then sharpening his blade and oiling his armor.
Very nice. Nice. Very cool. Yeah. Alaron was raised in a monastery. He's a warrior monk. And so, yeah, that makes perfect sense. So it's sort of like this almost Zen thing. Is that right?
Oh yeah, totally. He's totally
Yeah. Yeah.
in trance, and as he's methodically cleaning his armor and gear, you can tell that there's a focus that he's really in tuned with his his items.
Definitely. Definitely. Very cool. Yes. Yes. Awesome. And so you guys have been resting. Callie, how do you sort of get ready for the day? How do you and Rimpy sort of get up, I guess?
Well, we usually sleep under my cloak, and it's usually pretty fitful. Used to not getting a full night.
Fitful sleep.
Yeah. And then
Is there a
usually
lot of squealing that
there
happens?
there's a lot of that. Rimpy does snort in his sleep. He's been told that before and doesn't care. Makes no attempts to correct it. um
Damn.
but usually we wake up when some small noise scares me, and I like fly awake with my dagger out and then realize it was nothing, and um then I usually wake Rimpy up and make him keep me company, and that's how our day starts.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Very good. You guys are sort of breaking your fast. I don't know what you're eating though. What do you guys think you're eating? What, Callie, what are you eating right now?
Cheese.
Cheese. How
I
about you,
always have
Alra?
cheese.
Always cheese. Always cheese.
Where does it come from? I don't.
No, I mean, it
Only
comes from your
Callie
pouch,
knows.
obviously. How
Well,
about you, Elio? Or go ahead, Alaron.
actually, Elrond's able to hunt for food pretty well, so he goes out and gets eel and fish, and then he creates a small fire and prepares meals for anyone who wants.
Nice. Yes, he definitely uses the natural land and makes food for people as they like it. Cool. Yeah. Glitter Dark is down to eat your eel. He is into it upon how fresh it is. Elio, how about you?
I will join Alaron. I can be the small fire that he needs to cook his
Yeah,
breakfast. So
exactly.
just stick my head under the pan and then no. I think I'll conjure a flame in my hand as I can do and sort of offer it up as part of the breakfast is the most important meal of the day
Teamwork
because
makes the
it's when
dream
the
work.
sun's light first hits us. So
Indeed. And you're able to relate, Elio, what you sort of know about the oh, below the castle. You know that they are natural occurring caverns, and you got the sense, not that you're an expert, but that at one point they were all submerged. It's very wet down there, not dank, but wet, like constantly moving water. So you were there were some chambers that you did not enter because they did seem to be submerged, or like they were like a lake or something like that. If you get what I'm saying,
mhm.
but you were able to find your way upon a path, and that path sort of it, there wasn't a lot of um, work that had been done on these natural caverns. They're all pretty natural. So it was sort of irregular floors and walls and ceilings, but there was a few work parts. One of those you finally found were stairs going upwards, and those stairs led you to an outbuilding that is next to the Fey Tower. You definitely know how to get back there. The last thing you do remember is that there was a small a pool, though it seemed very deep, that separated you in the natural terrain from these work stairs. So you had to like leap over the pool or however you got across it. I'm not. You can obviously know that, but effectively that was the last sort of obstacle. Trout folk that you slayed, obviously, But yeah,
Thank you for
you get
telling
the
us
sense
about.
that maybe about 4 or 5 large chambers.
I get the sense that it were maybe about 4 or 5 large chambers and all that other stuff I just said.
Yeah, thank you, Ilya. That's really exploitative. Thank you.
Thank you.
Of course.
Well, when are we gonna go down there?
Well, do you think we'd find something that would help us lift the castle there, Ilya?
Remember, we are looking for whoever it is that is trying to overtake this ocean,
Oh,
probably
that's
some
right.
foul winter court creature, so that Clougy Shieldscroton will activate the power source we found to raise the castle.
AKA the glowy thing.
The
Yeah.
glowy thing.
Thank you for the recap.
Well,
You are very welcome. I've been doing it all morning.
I mean, clearly some nasty creature is gonna live in the nastiest place I can think of, which is the dark part of this castle.
And
There is
Yeah.
darkness on your
foul,
screens at this
treacherous
point.
trout are down there as well.
What are?
The treacherous trout. The
Oh.
trouts that turned against their kin.
Oh. Well, we can't just like let them stay down there.
No, not in my basement.
Obviously, I'm more into the idea of finding this person than you guys are. As I knock on my shell, ting ting ting.
Oh, right, that thing.
Ooh.
That must have made sleeping rather uncomfortable.
It's part of me, strangely. It just felt like it was always
That
there.
does not comfort me. Let's go. Elio starts trying to no, it was that way, and make his way back towards the outbuilding from whence he
All
came.
right, definitely. You guys start heading direction. And you easily able to find these stone stairs that head downwards. It does smell very, very down there. The stairs are they are should be revealed to you now on the map. You may need to scroll in or out to find them. It's a small portion of the map. The
I see them.
stairs are only about maybe 6 feet wide or so. Only you guys can go down single file, probably. Who's going down first?
Alvaro will take the lead.
Alaron takes the lead. Who's next?
Do you have any light of your own, Alaron?
No, but the light that you provide is enough to help me see whatever is.
Okay, so I guess we're fairly close together, all told.
I'll go in the
I
back.
think I'll go. Yeah, I think I'll go second, just because I was kind of guiding Alaron to tell him which direction that I came from.
Perfect. Alaron, anything in particular doing as you are going down these sort of stairs? They're stone. They are rough hewn. Not. Excuse me. No. Up here, they're actually quite well hewn. As you're descending, they become rougher and rougher. The walls on either side of you are also more finely worked up here, though they are blank. But as you get lower, they definitely sort of twist and then seem almost like what were once sea caves or something like that. Like the walls, they're irregular, as if water has eroded this place. But you can definitely see that the stairs are going to be turning to your right in the next 10 or 20 feet or so, 15 feet.
Quick check before I descend. Can I hear any sound coming from below the steps?
Great question. Go ahead and make a perception check, please. You definitely hear some things. Let's see what you hear.
I got a 17.
That is a great roll. Yeah, you definitely hear the sound. Um, there isn't much. You hear the sounds of dripping, very keen elf ears. You believe that that dripping may be about 15 to 20 feet away from the exit of these stairs. You think there's a pool there, specifically probably the one that Elio mentioned to you that he had to jump over or defeat.
I step down trepidatiously and I walk as slowly and cautiously as I can.
Make a perception check, please.
That is a 22.
That's great. So basically, the chamber is starting to be sort of revealed to you. And you can definitely see that it goes pretty far forward, but it also goes off to your right. You can see that there is some sort of crack in the wall where the water is coming from. But the thing that is really craving you pause is the tripwire that you're seeing
Oh.
that is right at the bottom of these stairs. The tripwire has been concealed by being, it's like fish line. It isn't concealed with any sort of like cobwebs or brush or debris. It is so fine that it's only because your elf eyes are so keen, or your elven heritage is allows your eyes to be so keen that you, not to mention your expertise, you're able to. What would you like to do?
I stop everyone. I whisper. I motion to Callie with a series of hand gestures and pantomime that Elio just looks like gibberish, but obviously Callie gets it because she's responding. And I'm motioning for her thieves' tools.
I'm gonna.
Indeed.
Do you? I'm like, do you? I do the hand signal for. Do you want these, or should I?
I nod to you. I like a confident like. I think Aileron thinks he's got this.
All right, I hand him over.
Elio, you don't know what's going on. They seem to be using some sort of secret cant that you're not really familiar with to communicate. It must be since they've been adventuring together for so long at this point that they have some sort of silent rapport.
I just sort of look at
and,
Rimpy and shrug, like,
He shrugs back.
and-
It's like,
and Rimpy shrugs too, like, what the fuck, man? I hate being left out. But you guys definitely are able to pass forward the thieves' tools. Aileron, what are you doing?
I'm going to cautiously go to the origin of the string uh, where it's taut, and I'm going to use the thieves' tools to cut it.
Please make a thieves' tools check. At this point, you will be using your intelligence modifier. This is an intelligence thieves' tools check. So you're making an intelligence roll, but you'll add your thieves' tools proficiency. And the
Ooh.
reason that is, ooh, what'd you get?
I got a total of a 7.
Okay, awesome. So as you get the 7, you do sort of snip the tripwire quite easily. Unfortunately, you have not and stopped the trap from activating by just snipping the tripwire. So you're just blindly activating the trap instead of seeing what the trap does and then sort of cutting it off so it can't before disabling it. Unfortunately, you do activate the trap. And I will need you to please make a dexterity saving throw.
I would love to.
Please do.
oh.
Yes, that's how we do it. 22.
Good. You throw yourself backwards as basically 20 sort of by 15 sort of falls from the ceiling down into where you may have just been stepping had you gone over the tripwire and your compatriots. Additionally, you're able to see that the net is viciously sort of put together of this lake kelp twined with sharpened shells that looks like if they pierced you, they would do a lot of damage. These shells instead are crashing onto the ground and making quite a lot of noise, which you also think is probably sort of a secondary benefit, as the case may be, of this trap. It definitely makes a loud clatter, though. What would you like to do, Callie?
Well, I'm going to I think I'm gonna sort of try to dart out around the corner past this falling trap and try to sort of hide right around the corner, and watch
Yeah.
for anything that might be coming from that noise.
Which corner of the stairs? Is it the stairs? You're running back up the stairs. Is that right?
I was actually gonna run out into the cavern floor, just to the square, just to
And
the
you
right.
just cool. So you're like here. Is that what you're
Oh
saying?
yeah, exactly. Try to
Awesome.
hide
So
behind
you
something.
rush into the room to sort of find some cover. Yeah, it's sort of roughly hewn in here. You can definitely find sort of a small divot. What are you doing?
Um, I am going to kind of look around at Elrod and say, "You should probably hide too. I have an idea." And then I'm gonna go and kind of, you know, hunch down near the edge of the net
Yeah.
and kind of grab a like a part that's not covered in blades and
Yeah.
kind of act like I'm slightly like put it so that it's kind of in front of me but not quite on top of me and start to shout, "Help! Help! I have been trapped by these fish folk."
Awesome. Make a deception check, please, good sir.
Okay, I'm not sure how good I
Awesome.
am at that, but I am charismatic.
That
That is a total of 20. I am a
that's
convincing
really good. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Alaron, what are you doing?
I take the advice of Elio and I look for somewhere to hide out in the court, out in
Make a perception check again, please.
that's a 16.
16. Cool. Yeah. There are a number of different places to hide. You could definitely try and squeeze yourself into a crack like Callie has done. Leaping into the pool is also an option. Running back up the stairs, running somewhere else.
Seeing as I can breathe on the water with my turtle shell, I'm a hero and a half shell. I'm gonna
You
jump in the
are a
water.
hero. You jump underwater. Awesome. I love it.
Turtle
So
dragon
Elio,
power.
your turtle dragon power. You can breathe water because of your have the mark of cloudy shield crota upon you. That is indeed. If you want to know what that is, viewers, go check out last episode. I'm telling you, it's a doozy. At any rate, it Elio, your act as bait definitely pays off, and you start to. It takes a little while, but you definitely start to hear the sounds of the flat flapping feet, the trout folk, as they are making their way towards you. If you'll remember, looks like this.
The
I
trap.
love those guys.
Are ugly, ugly creatures. This illustration was done by Z Bashu, who's a great artist. Check him out on Twitter. And at any rate, these trout folk that are arriving on the scene are a little bit looking a little bit different than this, but you get the idea. These ones seem to be sort of holding large pincer staves, like staves that have sort of large pincers on them. It looks like they could grab someone with these things. They also have very large mouths with looks like very large teeth, and they are all wearing symbols around necklaces that are crude yet similar. They are of they're of a big toad's head, basically. They're a big toad's head. Does not look like a trout folk at all. It looks like some sort of toad creature. The creature with the toad does have two frills sort of on its head that are roughly hewn. As the trout folk clamor in, they're clamoring in from the north, if you will, the corridor to the north. And so, Callie, I need you to make a stealth check.
Stealth.
Elio, you're stealth it up. Elio, see these four trout folk. They are pretty big, burly trout folk, obviously warriors. They have these uh, pincer staves, and Additionally, them sort of looks like they have like one eye, like one of their eyes has been torn out and sort of scabbed over. Another one seems to have like a long sort of mohawk sort of frill on top of its head. Another one seems to have like a bestial second head that has not really formed. It's just sort of looks like dead, like a dead fish head on its shoulder. And the last one is as wide as a toad, like would be if they were this size. Like these just very, very rotund trout folk.
Can
Sort of come in.
I'm sorry. Can I? While I was waiting, I wanted to do something really quickly.
Of course.
If it took them a little while to show up, I'm
Yes.
just gonna use enhanced ability on myself to boost my strength.
Awesome. Yes, your strength is totally boosted. And you are effectively feigning that you are trapped by this thing. You are not trapped by it at all.
I think I'm essentially like kind of lifting it up over me with my spear, and that's what the strength is doing. It's helping me hold it up above my head, kind of propped up, so that it looks like it's on top of me.
Yeah, awesome. Awesome. Callie, what'd you get on your check?
A 15.
Well done. Yeah, you get the sense that they do not see you, as they are completely focused on Elio's flaming body, and they seem surprised. In fact, they seem eager to subdue him, as they are obviously sort of like coming at him with their pincer staves. Alaron, you've been submerged this whole time. You haven't really been seeing anything that's going on up above, but you can hear faintly sounds of these creatures and their sort of excited sort of grunts and sort of sloppy sort of words. However, something else has caught your attention down here in the water, specifically that the pool that you're in doesn't actually seem to be a pool that is contained. It seems to be some sort of inlet that you could swim further into the wall to your west, or east rather, if you will. It seems like you could go somewhere else, basically, or go back up the way you came. I think at this point we should all roll initiative. Initiative, please. I see you looking very happy.
I got a 23.
Is that a critical?
No, but it was an 18.
No, 18 is still pretty good. 23 is badass.
Yeah.
Callie and Rumpy go on 23. And how about for you, Elio? What'd you get?
I'm going to hope we have a surprise round because I got a 2.
And Alaron, how about for you?
I got a 16.
All right, awesome.
Hmm?
So,
Ken, we lost your picture for a second here.
oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, let me refresh. Thank you for letting me know, everyone. I apologize for any technical difficulties. Should have getting that figured out.
Ooh, Oh, Thomas, you might have to reconnect because I see everyone.
Thomas, it might be you.
Oh,
yeah, it might be you, Thomas.
Am I the
Yeah, I
problem?
think everyone else. Yes, you're always the problem, Thomas. Don't ever forget that.
Okay. Yes, it was me. I'm sorry, folks.
At any rate, yes. There, Elio, what would you like to do as they're rushing at you? You basically get a surprise round since.
What I would like to do is using this spear propped up, I'd like to try to flip the net over onto some of them.
Oh,
whoever I can catch.
That's cool. I will need you to make an athletics check, please.
Yep, and that's why I boosted my strength.
Yes.
Oh.
So if I roll all right, that is a 15. Or 16, I'm sorry. I have a strength point.
Very good. Very good. Yeah, you're definitely able to flip the net over on the front two of them. They are going to make dexterity saving throws to see if they can avoid it. In fact, both make those throws. As they basically, they're just too slippery right off their skin. Like they are just slippery trout folk. But what it does do is scratch both of them, doing some damage with those shells. And so they both are sort of lightly scratched by these things as they sort of them. And we'll go to the top of the round with you, Callie. You are hidden. They do not know you are there. You have full view of Elio as well as the four trout folk. They are basically starting to surround him. It looks like, or they're going to start to do that. Saves.
So I am going to pop up and try to whip a playing card at one of them and see if I can maybe duck back into cover before they see me.
Cool. So you will reveal yourself by throwing your weapon.
Ooh, but I'm still gonna do.
However, you probably wouldn't be able to hide in the same place, but you could move to another place and try and hide there.
Cool. Well, then that's what I'll do. I'll pop up and throw a playing card and then see if I can dart into another dark
Awesome.
pocket.
Go ahead and make your attack. You have advantage on this roll.
Oh, yeah.
Are you attacking number 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Oh, I think the one...
Or rather, are you attacking with the one eye, with the frill? Yeah, you know which one you want.
I think I want to attack the frill because I don't like him.
You don't like that frill.
No.
I got you. That frill sucks.
So I'm attacking frill. I got a 21.
Nice. That is totally a success. How much damage do you do with your sneak attack?
That is a 12, 13. So I did 18 slashing damage.
Awesome. That is a lot.
Yes.
I keep forgetting I have 3d6 now.
Yeah, I know. You're a crazy rogue. As basically your playing card supercharged hits him right in the neck, and he sort of stumbles backwards. You rush out and go jump into another and make a stealth check.
Stealth time. 16.
Not bad. Cool. They definitely can't see you. You have total cover, as it were. But they sort of know where you ran. It is your turn, Alaron. What would you like to do? You definitely hear the sounds of obviously combat starting, or loud shouting is happening from up above. Angry, hostile, loud shouting.
I swim up and burst out of the water, doing an acrobatic flip and landing with my weapon drawn.
You're almost like a dolphin as you explode out, and there's just like this whoosh of water behind you, and you definitely are sort of like. And you are you? Which one are you landing sort of next to?
I'm gonna try and land in between as many of them as I can. I'm a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, you can land in between two of them. Basically, they're starting to spread out, like I said, to sort of surround Alaron, but you can definitely land in between the two of them. You're in next to the toady one and the one with the second head.
I will.
Which are the ones that Elio's already heard.
I will slash at the big guy, the toad.
Got it. Go ahead and make your attack, please.
Do I have sneak attack?
You do. All basically surrounding Elio.
Okay, I got 23.
That's totally a success. How much damage? You show off the skills that you have learned by hanging out with Callie for so long.
Thanks, Callie.
Hey, no problem.
That's 10 damage.
Nicely done. Yeah, you totally stab the toady one right in the side, and he looks at you, rah, totally surprised that two other adventurers. You're welcome. Surprised that two other adventurers have exploded from the walls and the pool, taken by surprise. It is though now One Eye's turn. As you on you and you sort of got up and threw the thing off of yourself. However,
sorry, Ken, I can't hear you.
Invokes arc. Can never.
You're dropping in and out. You're dropping in and out.
A little bit dropping.
Okay, a little bit dropping. Sorry about difficulty. How about now? It's now a little bit better.
I think so.
Keep talking.
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep talking.
Nope.
And
No,
so, okay, so as it's basically invoking sort of some sort of evil incantation. He seems to be grabbing the symbol of the toad and there's sort of essence that comes off this. It
You're dropping again.
sort of, or rather, the two. It's this what it can.
I'm sorry, Ken. Can't hear you at all.
Both okay.
It's getting really.
Well, it looks like we have technical difficulties, and so let's get that figured out real quick before we start. How about now, you guys? Can you hear me a little bit better now? Possibly.
Yeah, hopefully it'll keep
Okay,
keep
cool.
up there.
Thanks, and thanks for letting me know that something was wrong. Sorry about that, viewers. We'll keep it going over here, and so they say this evil incantation. This watery essence comes off of the toad's head, and they flick it at you, Alaron and Elio. You both need to make charisma saving throws, please.
Oh no! This isn't a charm effect, is it?
It is not a charm effect, but it may just, in fact, be magic, if that has anything for you going on.
With the magic spells magic?
Yes, the magic spell is magic. How do you like that?
The glowy toad water thing.
Can I go on?
I got a 14 on my saving throw.
Awesome. And how about for you, Alaron?
I got a 16.
Cool. You're both totally good. You feel that this creature was definitely trying to curse you or something like that. Like they were spitting, just super upset with you. Frill, however, is pissed off at you, Callie, and runs right over to the hole that you're hiding in and is definitely able to sort of see you and is sort of now looming large sort of above you in this hole as they try and sort of attack on you to try and grab you. Unfortunately, for them, you've stuck yourself really good in there and their pincer isn't able to get in there. But what they do is they try and like get down on the ground and stuff their head in and try and bite your foot. And so they're going to hit, that's right. They're super mad. They're going to hit armor class of 17 and bite your little foot.
No.
For 4 points of damage. That's it's obvious that he wants to eat you. It's just like, bah, bah.
Keep Rimpy away from him.
No.
Second head is none too happy with you, Elio. And I think, though, seeing that stout adventurers have appeared, I think that a second head slaps its head and then grabs its own sort of holy symbol, as it were, arcane focus, and then kisses the arcane focus to the head. And then there's a sort of a shimmer of sort of water all around the creature's body, as if it's cast some sort of protection spell upon itself. You definitely recognize Elio, maybe some sort of spiritual armor or something like that. However, the final creature, the toad-sized one, the large one, comes after you, Alaron, with its pincer, not hitting armor class enough to hit you, and coming out with its sort of a bite, as well as it tries to sort of just sink its teeth into you. But you're just bobbing and weaving, sort of almost dancing with this creature as you're just sort of staying out of its reach. And it is definitely unable to lay hands upon you. Elio, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay. I will summon up all the light reflecting off of the water around me, and it'll coalesce around me and then reflect in a million pieces off my mirrored shield as I channel divinity to use Radiance of the Dawn against these fish folk who are next to us. I assume I can't hit Frillhead probably, but
No, you cannot.
The other three. So it is a Fortitude saving throw DC 14 for these three fish gentlemen.
Fail. And
okay. So they will take damage. That is radiant damage, as one might expect.
As they're blasted backwards. And you even get the sense that there's some sort of like sunlight sensitivity going on here, that like they are like blinded, like they are just being like blasted back.
Wow. Well, they will take 18 points of radiant damage each.
Nice.
Wow.
Nicely done. Wow.
So,
wow. Very nicely done. Very nicely done. Cool. Yeah, you definitely bloody the larger sort of toad-looking one as it's blasted backwards. The sunlight is sort of, and light is just burning them, like their skin is burning. There's a real snarly stench as this radiant energy is burning away their fish scales, and they're squealing in pain. Ah! Elio, anything else you'd like to do on your illuminous turn?
If I can, let's see. I think I'll just kind of get up next to them, similar to how Alaron was doing, just so we're all kind of in a big melee together, and none of the others can run away and attack Callie without provoking opportunity attacks.
Awesome. Yeah, you two corner the other three. Frill is the only one who's run off to face off with Callie, and it is Callie's turn.
Going down, Frill. Well, I'm first going to stab Frill with my dagger.
Go ahead and make your attack.
Two-handed stab.
Two-handed stab.
That's a 21.
Totally a success. How much damage?
So this is a regular old 9 damage. That was a lot still.
Still pretty good.
And I have a potion of fire breathing,
Ooh.
which I don't know if I can drink it. I forget how long.
Unfortunately, using a magic item is an action. So you can't use one unless you're a thief subclass rogue. Take that to the bank, viewers.
Thief subclass.
And you are not a thief subclass.
No.
However, you definitely know that this potion is something you should make an Arcana check about.
Ooh, I'm going to make a check. I got a 6.
Yeah, you know you'll get to breathe fire probably 3 or 4 or 5, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 times.
Nice. Well, I'll think about it, but I'm gonna stare down Frill, and that's it for me.
Yeah, you're definitely staring him down. It is your turn, Alaron. There are 3 trout folk around you as you're in melee with them. Elio has run up. The remains of the net are sort of being broken up and shredded underneath your feet as you are shuffling for position and sort of falling, and your weapons are moving, and it's just sort of a big melee.
I have one housekeeping question.
Shoot.
I only get 1 sneak attack per round, right?
Correct.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do a dervish dance and attack 2 of these trout folk. One, the big one, and the other one, the frill. Oh wait, the frills ran away, didn't he?
Frill ran, yeah. You have second head and 1 eye.
I'll go for second head.
You got it. Make your first attack, please, on Toad.
On Toad, that is a 12.
That is a success.
Oh.
Yeah, they aren't wearing any armor. They're just bare. They're just their fish scales. It looked like their fish scales are pretty slippery, but that's about it. They're not wearing any sort of metal, if you will. They don't have really metal.
Okay.
They have stone items.
Well, I only hit 1, so I'm gonna make that the big Toad guy.
You got it.
And he takes 12 points of damage.
Nice. Yeah, with that, he was already bloodied. He is getting just beat up. You think a few more hits like that would probably send him to whatever deity he is worshiping. And they are just all talking in their crazy fish tongue, blubbering, screaming, yelling. Their eyes are googly-eyeing, looking crazy. These creatures are sort of oddly insane, to just a little bit. Like they're fanatical for sure. It is One Eye's turn, and One Eye comes after you, Alaron, missing both. However, it looks to you as if Frill is going after you again, Callie, and its pincer is able to get you finally.
Wait.
As it gets in there.
What is the armor class that he just hit?
Class of 19. No, 19.
Ooh, I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield.
You do, as you shield, and it just, can you describe what your magic looks like? How is this all happening?
Yeah, well, my last name is Greenbottle, and a lot of my magic looks like green glass, so it throws up this, like, kind of green, reflective dome in front of me, and the spear hits into it and kind of shatters or fractures it, but doesn't break through.
That's right, and sort of bounces off, and the shield stays. It's just fractured a little bit, but it's definitely with you at least for a few more seconds. And the creature is just so pissed off, he just throws his head at you, trying to get you, but bounces off your green bottle shield once again. At this point, Second Head looks to you, Alaron, and tries to curse you once again, kissing its sort of idol to its second head, and then it or trying to touch you with it. Go ahead and make a charisma saving throw, please.
That's going to be an 8.
Ooh, you are touched. You as you're dancing away from one, the other one sort of just shoves its idol right into your back, and you feel like this, almost like you wet your pants. Like it's very, like you're just like you feel very uncomfortable, and you realize that this feeling is not leaving you, and the way that you're moving is just uncomfortable and alien to you. It's not fun, as you are now under the effect of a Bane spell, which means you take -4, 1d4 to all your attacks and saving throws.
Ooh.
Yes. As you are baned. Baned.
Bane it.
Indeed. Toad, however, is not into your shit at all, Alaron. And cast Sacred Flame on you as water sprouts from the toad medallion that it has. Toad is the biggest one. Sort of even looks like a toad a little bit, but is a trout folk. But sort of grabs its idol and just splays it towards you, saying a sort of spitting a word of power. And you need to make a dexterity saving throw, please, with a -1d4.
Should I roll the d4?
Yes, please.
Ooh, this is dexterity?
Yes,
That's
it
a
is.
16. Oh, wait,
Wow.
no, 17.
Yeah, wow. The water misses you as you juke to the side. And it misses you. Awesome. It's Elio's turn. Elio, you can see that they're casting magic. They're obviously are worshiping some sort of water deity.
Now, I'm not sure with the configuration of us. Is there any way I could Sacred Flame or Burning Hands all of them without hitting Alaron?
No.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
In that
not.
case, I'm just going to Sacred Flame the Toad, who you said he's the most injured by now, right?
He is the most injured.
So that's a
But
14 reflex.
but not so injured that he can't make a Sacred Flame save, as
Oh,
he
no.
sort of blubbers to the side. Can you describe just how your casting works? Because I think that they basically understand what you're doing.
Right. So with the Sacred Flame, generally, the ever burning fire near the tip of my spear is just going to glow a bright white, like pure sunlight, and then I'll sort of slash it through the air and a little burst of flame shoots out of it.
Definitely. And Toad basically threw its hands over its eyes and collapsed, like stop, drop, and roll style, as the flame just whooshes over its head, and then it pops back up.
Oh, that's me.
Yep. And it is Callie's turn.
Anyone ready for some fried fish?
Oh.
I'm gonna pop the little lid off my potion of fire breath and chug it.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you
And
are.
then gonna burp some fire at this guy. He has to make a dexterity saving throw 13.
13. He makes it. He actually makes
Mm,
it. I think he takes half damage,
he
though, doesn't
does. He'll still take
Yeah.
half. So he's still gonna take. I rolled 3 1s and a 2, so
Oh.
that's gonna be.
So
it would have
5
been 5,
divided by
so
2.
I guess like 2.
2 damage.
Do you round up or
Cool.
2? I think
I round down. Sorry.
that's fair.
You only round up on Arcane Recovery. That's one of the things you do round up on, which is a wizard thing. Anyways, Frill throws himself out of the way, but not before getting lightly scorched. And all of you see this like fire breath come out of the crevasse that Callie crawled into. It's like a belching fire breath. Like think of like Super Mario World when those rhinos that would put their head up and belch fire out of the top. Like that's exactly what this thing is. And yeah, you guys see that.
First
Callie,
one's a little
anything else
weird.
you wanna
Elio
do?
is shocked. He wonders if he's witnessing a miracle.
I'm like, hey, look, and just more fire just belches. I'm gonna use my.
Yeah, there's like smoke coming out of your like mouth, then like breathing your head.
It's a little uncomfortable. I'm
Are you
gonna.
staying in the crevasse?
I'm gonna. I am. I'm gonna stay in the crevasse and try to keep Frill away from those guys.
Okay, cool. It is your turn, Alaron.
I'm going to continue my dervish stance, attacking both the giant guy. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna focus all of my attacks on this toad-like fish, trout folk.
Do it.
That's cocked.
Okay.
It's 17.
17's good.
Two 17s. So,
Wow. That was meant to be. How much damage do you do? And remember,
oh
don't forget.
wait, I
Go ahead.
I have to roll my dice for Bane.
Yes, please do roll your dice for Bane. Though,
So,
even with a -4, 13 is still a hit. So you don't even need to roll them because you
oh,
got
okay,
17. So there's no way that you would miss.
cool. Then I will roll damage against this toad-like creature.
Indeed. Roll
Uh,
high.
mm, a 9 on the first attack
Uh-huh.
and 11 on the second one.
And you added sneak attack, right?
Oh wait, actually, the second one is lower. It's 8, not 11.
And did you add sneak attack or no?
On the first one, not the second one.
Got it. Cool. Yeah, you're able to defeat this creature. Please describe for us how that looks.
Oh, like I said, it's a dance of my blade slashing at it little by little, wearing it down until I get it weak on its knees and I stab right through his eye stalk.
And Toad definitely drops to the ground, the bulk of the creature thumping and sort of echoing throughout sort of the cavern that you're in. It is One Eye's turn, unless you have anything else, Alaron?
Yeah, actually, I point my blade at one of the other trout folk and said, "Stand down or die."
Cool. Make a insight check.
Are you gonna tell me they don't understand me? That's a 3.
Yeah. uh, as Alaron, obviously, and cast sort of sacred flame, a water jet on you. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Ooh, I have my mantle of spell resistance, so I might actually pass this.
It's just Alaron.
Oh, just Alaron. Sorry, you cut out a little bit. Okay,
Yeah, you dropped off a little bit, so we must have.
I heard. Yeah.
Okay.
Your video went black for me again. I don't know if that's just me.
Alright.
I'm gonna try resetting. Sorry for the tech issues.
I'm gonna try too.
Yeah,
Problem as well.
he's still black.
I still can't see Ken. Sorry.
I can't see any of you guys either. It's
Oh,
definitely on my end.
Your audio is also very bad, Ken. It's cutting out
Oh,
and fracturing.
Oh.
Sorry, everybody.
the internet's.
You know what?
It's probably the internet.
Reload, okay? Okay.
I can't see you, but
Yeah, I think
you
I
there,
can.
Ken?
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear
I can
you.
hear that.
Can hear you, we just can't see you.
Great. I'm going to reload the roll 20. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll just sort of get our issues figured out here quickly. And there we go.
You're back.
And so, sorry about that again, everybody. We just had to reload our roll 20. We're having a little bit of tech troubles, but that's okay because effectively, Alaron, you were the one who was making a save right now.
Which I failed.
Which you failed. I'm so surprised by that. You take 4 damage.
He is baned.
He is baned. You take 4 damage as the trout folk is able to shoot a jet of heated water into your face. Leo, the other one turns its stave upon you, but your sweet half-plate armor is too thick and it bounces right off. It also tries to bite your arm, but you're able to sort of beat it off with your gauntlet. And it is Frill's turn. Frill whips back into sight, looks at you, Callie, and sort of bares its teeth. And I think it will. I think it's just gonna. I think it's gonna sacred flame you as it grabs its own holy symbol and tries to jet water in there. Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Maybe I'll pass with my mantle spell resistance.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got like a 23.
Yeah, with your mantle of spell resistance, his eyes just bug out again. How this guy cannot seem to get you out of this hole, and he is so upset that none of his shit seems to be working. But your shit is definitely working, and it is Elio's turn.
All right. I am going to attempt to Sacred Flame the one with little extra head.
Cool.
DC 14 reflex.
Failure.
Alrighty. That is going to be 6 points of radiant damage.
Nice. And you rolled 2d8,
Yes,
right?
I did. I did not roll them very well, but I rolled them.
Just making sure. Awesome.
Yes,
Because when you go to
and-
5th level, you get 2d8 instead of 1, which is an awesome way
Yes,
to
and
level.
the goal of that, in part, was to force him to try to concentrate on his Bane spell, so that
Ooh, yes.
I might free up Alaron for some more
That's right. And
shenanigans.
with his constitution, he is, in fact, able to maintain concentration.
I tried. Alaron, do you need healing?
No, I'm okay.
Okay,
It is your turn now, Caleron.
Calaran.
Okay,
confusing.
I'm gonna I'm gonna take a deep breath and then try to smoke Frill again.
Okay, cool. He makes a save and succeeds once again, throwing himself to the side.
It's
That's all you
okay. Gonna roll better
Oh,
this time. I
Belt
rolled
to get it done. You do feel like there's maybe another one in there.
one more. Okay. I got
How much damage?
6, 12.
12.
18, so 9.
9.
Yeah.
Really? That's great. You bloody him
reverse
with
eat it.
that. That's for sure. As one of his frill basically starts to burn and catch on fire, and he's like patting his head and just sort of getting out of the way of you again and seeming really pissed off. Anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna burp some flamey, heartburny taunts at him. No, ugly.
Awesome.
Dumb Frill.
Alaron? Alaron?
Of the two that are left here, are any of them focused on Elio?
Yes, it did seem as if that sort of second head is focused on Elio.
Okay, I'm gonna focus both my weapons on second head.
All right, go ahead and make your attacks.
And for Bane, is this until the end of the encounter? How long is this for?
Yeah,
It's like a
until
few
it's,
minutes.
yeah, it's a few minutes
a fight
or
at
until
least.
he drops. It's just
Got
like Bless. Bless isn't a concentration spell, and neither is Bane.
Oh, they aren't. Okay.
I don't believe so, but maybe you want to check just to make sure.
Okay, so the first one is a 18, so I think that's gonna hit.
Definitely.
The second one's even higher.
Nice.
The first one does 13,
Ooh.
and the
Healing
second
and
one,
Bless are both concentration spells. So-
Oh, blesses too. Oh,
yeah, I didn't know.
look at that. Good to know.
and the second one is 12.
Dang, son. So, all right, cool. Yeah, I mean, another hit like that would probably drop this creature as you're just plunging your rapier into its back as it's trying to fight Elio. The Bane spell that it has going on, it's not able to keep it up as you just totally disrupt its concentration, and that wet feeling in your pants dissipates. Anything else you'd like to do, Alaron?
I would like to say that my pants are wet because I just jumped out of the water.
I know it's just weird. They weren't uncomfortable before, but then they were, but now they're not. It's just a weird. It's weird.
I'm gonna try
It's almost
again.
like the water got warmer or something like that.
Okay. To the one to the one that I didn't stab, I'm gonna say, "Your friend will die, but you can live. Stand down." And I'm gonna try and
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage, please.
Would this be intimidation?
No. Thank you for asking that. And the reason not is, the language barrier is getting in the way here.
Okay.
So more of a you're almost trying to convince them to stop being a fanatic, which is I think
Traditionally a very easy thing to do.
with Bane, I got.
You're not baned anymore,
Oh right, without the Bane,
and it's not for skills either, just attacks and saves.
Okay, well even then I only got like a 6.
Yeah, you really get the sense that they don't understand what you're saying, Like there's a language barrier that is stopping you from being able to get through to them. In fact, One Eye, who you're sort of shouting at, uh, uh, definitely casts Sacred Flame on you again, or Sacred Water, as the case may be. You should make a Dexterity saving throw.
Woohoo! That is a 19.
You're fine as you duck to the side. Frill comes after you, Callie, and tries to grab you with its pincer, and is able to once again with an 18 armor class.
Dang it.
All right,
Fine.
you're going to take 5 points of damage,
All right.
and you are grappled as the pincers lock around one of your legs, and it starts to pull you out of your hidey hole, and then attempt to bite you in the face. As it does so, hitting an armor class of 17.
Ah.
Ainch. Doesn't take a lot of your face, just a scratch, and you take 4 points of damage.
Touche, Frill.
Indeed, as Frill has pulled you out, but it does see that smoke is still sort of coming out of your mouth, and it then thinks, wait, maybe this wasn't the best idea. But Second Head attacks you, Elio, trying to bite you and hit you with its stave, and is totally unable to get through your armor, which is too thick. And
Cool.
it's your turn, Elio.
All right. Looking at options, but since these guys don't seem to like Radiant, I'm just going to keep Sacred Flame. I'm going to go for Two Head, who seems to have taken some nasty hits.
14, is that correct?
Yes.
14 is what they rolled exactly.
Ah, darn. Well, I am going to, after casting the Sacred Flame and shooting fire out of my hands over there, I'm just going to kind of rotate the fire over to point at Callie. It's going to heal her as it washes over her.
Totally.
My flames are nice that way. How hurt are you, Callie? How much damage have you taken total?
I am down 13.
Okay, I'm going to use a level 2 healing word on you.
Ooh. Ooh.
So that's going to be 8 total. Sorry, it's a
And
bonus action. It's not.
The flames wash over you, and they do take away some of the wounds.
I feel better.
And it is. Tell Elio. It's your turn, Callie.
So I realized upon looking at this that the fire breath is a bonus action. So
Totally.
I'm going to open with my final fire breath.
Awesome.
Point blank.
He fails.
Ah.
That makes sense if he's trying to grapple you. You can dodge. Use
Nope.
you.
So he's going to take 12 from that.
Ooh, yeah. One of his eyes pops from the heat.
And then I'm going to...
Now we can't easily distinguish him from the other one eye.
I know.
This is horrible.
Frill, though.
But now Frill's getting a dagger in the gut. If I can reach.
Melt Frill.
Can I throw it instead?
Yeah, go ahead and make your... You can throw or stab.
I'm going to
up to you.
stab. I'm going to stab.
All right, go ahead and attack.
That's an 18. And it's going to be 8 damage.
Awesome. He's still up, even as you stab him.
Dang, these guys are tougher than I would have thought.
They're quite tough.
I do a sulfurous
Alaron,
burp.
it is your turn. Burp. Exactly, as the last of your fire breath now disappears.
I'm going to have to make this guy fall. Forgot his descriptor.
Two head.
Two head, yes. And it's 2 attacks, 1 for each head.
Got it.
Oh wow, I'm rolling a lot of 11s, by the way. I rolled 2
11.
11s. A lemon.
But not total lemons. Not total lemons.
Not total lemons. That just starts off. So that's gonna be 12 damage on the first hit.
Please describe.
I shove my rapier up its mouth, up its jaw, right into its brain, and then drop it down.
And it just slides right off your rapier. You remember you can move and attack again in 5th edition.
All right. Well, then I will move and attack the other. Actually, do I need to move? Isn't the other one adjacent to me too?
Yeah, One Eye is. I'm just reminding you could move if you wanted to.
Oh, right. Callie's in trouble.
I don't know if she's in trouble.
I'm
per se.
fine.
I just healed her, and she just breathed fire in that guy's face.
Yeah, that's true. I'm gonna protect Elio. Protect the healer.
I mean, I'm fine.
Yeah, he hasn't even. He's pretty fine himself.
I need to kill something, and
Oh, no.
this one isn't I don't have to move, so I'm
Make whatever excuses you want. Just keep murdering.
I'm gonna murder some trout folk. That's gonna be. I'll roll. Oh wait, this is a miss. That's an 8.
8 is a miss.
That is the end of my turn.
Very good. It is One Eye's turn, who you were just attacking, Alaron, and he throws up his holy symbol once again, trying to burn you with scalding water. Please make a dexterity saving throw.
22.
Very good. Frill again pincer staves you for 5 points of damage, and then bites you for another 4 points of damage, Callie, as you are grappled and just holding you down and like just sort of tightening the pincers and biting you around the head and shoulders. It is not a good scene. And it's your turn, Elio.
All right, I'm going to point my sacred flame at Frill now.
All right. Frill succeeds on this.
Oh man, these guys have good dex saves. I should maybe stop doing that.
Yeah.
I am going to just kind of try to rush up next to Frill. I'll take the attack of opportunity if there is one.
There is one, and it misses you.
Okay, so I'll just kind of bat that away with my shield as I rush up next to Frill just to give Callie a little help.
Awesome.
Thank you.
And it is your turn, Callie, as you continue to thank Elio for all that he's doing.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna attack Frill again.
Go ahead and make your attack with your dagger.
Dagger.
Dagger attack.
Definitely hits. It's 20 something.
And how much damage is?
It is another 8.
Please
You
describe
do have
for us.
sneak attack. I'm right here.
Describe for us how you defeat this creature.
Oh,
Okay.
he's real dead then. So Elio kind of like skates up behind him, and the flames must just blind him or something because I get a really nice shot in. I throw my dagger and it's gonna fly like right into his other good eye. We aim for the eye.
Indeed, it does. He drops just as Alaron turns on one eye. And Alaron, what are you doing?
I'm stabbing my rapier into his brain.
Go ahead and make your attack, please.
Ooh, it's an 11.
11.
A lemon.
Now, do you wish to succeed or fail on this roll? You know our house rule.
I know
here.
the house rule.
If you roll a lemon, you may choose to succeed, but if you do, you will be at disadvantage on your next roll, whatever it is.
I'm actually going
It's
to.
gonna be a second attack.
I'm going to just fail and make my second attack instead.
Okay, makes sense. Go ahead.
Makes sense.
Does it make sense?
13.
Success. Please describe for us how you defeat this creature.
Oh, okay.
After swiping wide, I go for a more calculated strike and just stab it in the chest.
Nice. Indeed, you do. And with that, the final trout folk falls, and we find ourselves back once again in the dungeons below Idrumel. Your group can see that there are 2 different ways, basically, to go that are obvious. One is where the trout folk came from, to the north, where there are some stairs. The other way are some other stairs that are to the south. Alaron, you also did see some sort of entryway that led further into the wall of using the water.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this something that can only be gotten, like you had to be underwater to do it, or you could conceivably swim on top of the water?
You would have to be underwater.
Okay.
So I tell you all about that, but I'm curious enough to want to investigate. Do you guys want to wait like 10 minutes and while I go check it out?
And I say, you may go, but here. And I take a shiny copper piece out of my pouch and I whisper a prayer over it. And suddenly it's shining like it's reflecting the brightest sunlight. And now I've cast a light spell on it. And I hand it to Alaron and say, you can use this underwater to help you see.
Thank you. That'd be very useful.
Neat.
All right. I plunge into the water.
Cool. Callie, are you doing anything?
No, I was actually just very carefully watching the magic behind that.
Awesome. Yeah, it's divine magic. You have not seen this happen
And
before.
Now I'm kind of like, Callie, are you like badly bleeding or bloodied or anything? Or
I'm fine. And there's just blood like just running all down me. I'm down 14. So
Are you bloodied? Are you half hit points or below?
I'm actually not bloodied, so
Okay, but you are covered in blood, obviously.
yes.
Yeah, we may want to take a short rest when Aileron comes back, but let's wait to see what he has to say.
Cool. Here's a question. How long are the two of you waiting until he comes back to go after him? Like, what if he doesn't come back? Like, how long are you are you waiting until you investigate?
How about, well, maybe 5 minutes for the first run, and then
So 5 minutes.
Yeah.
If he doesn't come back in 5 minutes, you go in. Is
Yeah.
that correct?
Yeah.
All right.
Probably should have handed him a rope or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
okay.
Oh no.
Aileron, you are underneath the water and swimming forward. The light, are you holding it so the light is shining, or are you covering it so it's dark, or what's the deal?
Seeing as how I can see somewhat in the dark, I'm gonna cover it.
You
and
have dark vision.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to it in case I need to use it.
Cool. So using your elven gifted dark vision, your elven blood, you swim forward. It's not that long of a journey until you can see that the stone that has been above your head gives way, and you think that there's probably open air. You can see that there's open air through the murky water. And you get the sense that you are in some sort of chamber.
And it keeps going.
Yeah, the water keeps going, but you definitely see the wall of like an island or something like that.
Okay. I come to the surface slowly. Oh.
Cool. As you do, the rest of the chamber is revealed to you. On this chamber, in this chamber, as it were, you can see that there is definitely water that surrounds a small sort of flat stone surface. On the flat stone surface, though, it looks like a beautiful fountain has been somehow conjured from the very stone. The stone is the same color as the natural cave around you. However, this fountain is beautiful. It has water in it and a few other features. Specifically, that there is a beautiful female-figured creature, statue, you're not sure, who is in the middle of the pool and is holding a bowl above their head. The bowl, you have not seen its like before. It is not part of the statue, it's not stone. It seems to be made of an azure metal and has golden legs. The azure metal has been etched and molded to make it look like waves. You think that this is obviously treasure of some type, this bowl. Whether it is magical or not, you're unsure, but it definitely has not corroded here in this wet place for who knows how long it's been down here. However, as you're looking at the statue, if you will, of the maiden, it's almost like, the best way I can put it is like she has no specific features, like she's made out of water, and you're realizing that she is actually semi-translucent. What you thought was a statue or something before is you think is actually water, is made out of water, or is partially made out of water. And that's when sort of these like eyes open up. And I need you to please make a wisdom saving throw. This is a charm effect.
Woohoo!
You are advantage on this because you have elven blood.
Wisdom, you say?
Yes.
Ooh. How about an 11?
11? You know the rules.
I'm gonna succeed.
You do, but you will fail on your next check, whatever it is. You succeed as she opens her eyes. And
He will fail or has disadvantage on his next check.
He will, I apologize, has disadvantage.
Okay.
He is likely to fail.
Thanks for the confidence.
Her eyes open, and it's just it's like lighter blue. It's almost glowing, though. and a voice reaches out to you. Do you speak or understand Sylvan by chance?
I don't
Okay,
speak
well,
Sylvan
there's a
naturally.
word. There are words that are brushing your ears that sound vaguely like Elven, but it's almost like the language of the Fae or the language of the forest, the children of the forest, if you want to take it there. It's sort of like this. It's very familiar to you, and the words are inviting and spoken in a positive manner. They. It's almost as if she's. You can make an insight check if you'd like.
20.
Nice. Yeah,
Oh
you
wait, no,
definitely.
wait, no, I have to roll 2.
Yeah, you do. Disadvantage.
Oh, not bad still. That is a 17.
Awesome. You get the sense that this creature is asking you some sort of question or making a request of you.
I activate my helmet.
Cool. Awesome. Her voice, sultry and sort of watery, comes into sharp focus as you understand her saying, "Free me, please, and I will give you this great summoning bowl."
Um,
Take the bowl.
do I have any knowledge of what this creature may be?
Go ahead and make a Arcana or Nature check. It's up to you.
I will make an Arcana. 17.
Wow, you're doing the 17s all over the place. All right, cool. With your Arcana 17, you get the sense that this is an elemental creature, a creature of water, obviously, probably from the plane of water, the elemental plane of water. You get the sense that this creature is akin to like a naiad or a nereid, if you will, which is sort of a watery dryad.
Okay. Uh, can I tell if this creature is hostile or?
You, with your insight check, which was quite good, you got the sense that she is not hostile; she's being friendly.
I'm too curious for my own good. I have to free her.
Awesome. Cool. How do you go about doing that?
Is there any sort of like mechanism on the fountain that keeping her there, or?
No, it's almost like she's part of the fountain. Like water is flowing out of her into the bowl, and then out of the bowl down to over her body into the fountain, and then just sort of this circular sort of that.
Is the
So
bowl
she's covered in water basically as she
is the
she's
bowl fastened?
like frozen in place. No, she's holding it with her hands. It's not fastened to anything.
I'm gonna lift the bowl.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. You can definitely do that. I think I would love to get a. Are you getting in the water? Or are you not getting in the water?
Well, to lift the bowl, I have to get adjacent. So would that put me in the water?
I mean, you could make a sleight of hand check to see if you can get the bowl without getting in the water.
I'm gonna try that.
All right, go ahead.
There goes my luck, my streak of good luck. That is a 6.
Awesome. Okay, you fall into the water. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw. You do have advantage on this throw.
16.
16. You are one lucky mother trucker. As you fall into the water, it splashes all over you. For a moment, you feel sort of like some sort of like just mists over your eyes, and you're unsure of what you're doing here. But then you remember, and you take the bowl, and you take it into your hands, and she leaps out of the fountain. It's the water basically goes dead, and she looks at you and says, "Enjoy it, and I will enjoy my freedom finally." As she rushes towards the water. Is there anything you'd like to do, Aileron?
Wait. Does the creature seem to even be
You
carrying?
can make a persuasion check with disadvantage. She doesn't seem to.
Oh man, the first one was a 20. Second one's is not bad. It's gonna be a 20 as well.
Total. What
Not bad at
language?
all.
What language are you speaking in?
I'll speak in Elven.
Awesome. I need Elio and Callie to please make perception checks at disadvantage.
Perception.
Disadvantage.
Uh-oh. Ooh, I still got a 17.
Nice.
13.
Oh, not bad. Elio, you definitely. It sounds like they're. It sounds to you as if. Well, not even a sound really. It's the pool of water shakes, like something's disturbing it. Callie, you see that as well, but you're able to hear sort of a very slight echo of shouting, maybe sort of through the water. It's like the very, 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 very slight. However, what you do also hear, Callie, is it sounds like there might be footsteps that are coming from the north. And that is where we're going to have to end tonight's session, my friend.
No.
Indeed. Thank you
Nipple
all
reaction.
so much
Oh,
for
no.
tuning in to Hammerfast. Please join us next week as we pick back up in the dungeons under Id Othramel. I am Ken Breeze, Burling's Beard. Thank you all so much for watching. Check out my podcast, Board Ghost, if you get a chance. Check out my website, Burling's Beard. I am a concierge DM in the New York City area. Hire me to run your games if you want. Also, we have amazing players with us. We have Kelsey playing Callie. Thank you so much for being on.
Yay, thanks for having me. It's super fun.
Where can we find more of what you're up to, Kelsey?
On my website, thearcanelibrary.com, you can find the stuff I make. I write D&D adventures. And I have one up there for free. If you sign up for the website, you get the whole thing. And I'm going to do I'm releasing an epic level one soon. It'll be fun.
Awesome. Wow. Very cool. And Anthony, thank you for being back on the show. We love Alan.
Always.
Where can we find more of what you're up to if we
You
want to
can
catch up with you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at I'll allow it.
Perfect. Great. Thomas, thanks again. Elio is awesome. We love having him.
I agree.
And where can we catch up with you if we want to find more of what you're up to?
I'm on Twitter at Soul of Twit, TWHIT.
Perfect.
Currently, I'm doing Inktober, so there's going to be new drawings up there every day.
Oh,
It sounds like
cool. That's
Yay.
right.
Nice.
And I'm really going to make this happen for next time. We'll get some character portraits of the PCs so that we can share some illustrations with everyone. Thomas already shared his with me because he's awesome, but I need to get you, Anthony and Kelsey. I'm sure we'll figure that out. For now, though, everyone have a great week, and we'll catch up with you next time. For those of you watching us on Twitch and YouTube, really appreciate it. Please subscribe if you get a chance, if you're interested, and let others know. All right, everybody, we'll see you next time. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.